Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Shout out to Astepro for sponsoring this episode and providing us with free samples. Speaking of free samples, I am honestly so grateful because, as you know, this is allergy season in Texas. I think Texas is one of the worst places to live if you have allergies. I have this tree in my backyard. It is the cottonwood tree. I'm highly allergic to cottonwood, not only myself, but also Travis's, and I believe our children are. And Astepro has come in handy. It's a nasal spray, and it has made such a difference in my seasonal allergies. I feel like I can breathe, and it really helped relieve my symptoms quickly. Astepro is the first of its kind nasal allergy spray. It is the fastest 24-hour over-the-counter allergy spray. It starts working within 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take an hour. And if you've had allergies, you know that every minute counts. Astepro delivers full prescription strength indoor and outdoor allergy relief from nasal congestion, runny and itchy nose, and sneezing. Get fast-acting nasal allergy symptom relief with Astepro. Go to AsteproAllergy.com for a discount so you can Astepro and go today. ASTEPRO Allergy.com. Astepro and go. Use as directed for relief of nasal congestion, runny nose, sneezing, and itchy nose due to allergies.
Yay Networks.
I'm Brandy Redmond.
I'm Stephanie Holman, and this is your weekly dose of BS.
You guys, this is a very special episode.
I'm so excited. I'm really excited.
Never have guests on because we
like each other.
That's it. And there's just, you got to vibe well. We get lots of requests for people to come on the show, and we're usually just like, no. This one, though, really excited about. We have Tamra Judge joining us later on the show, which will be very good. She was, I would really consider her an OG housewife.
Yeah, me too.
Like, she was season 2 of OC. That's pretty much an OG. So she's seen it all. I'm very excited.
They've had how many seasons have they had?
I mean, they had a ton. Like,
it's
what
crazy.
Is it?
No,
12,
is it
13?
OC coming back? Because I'm not in the know.
Okay,
yes.
so yes,
they are coming back.
They have an interesting cast. Their casting decisions. I'm actually interested to talk to Tamara about this because their casting decisions sometimes interest me.
They always interest me.
Is Tamra going back?
No.
She should. I feel like last season.
She did All Stars.
She did. I know she did All Stars. So we can. I know she's already filmed that, so we can talk to her about that. But I feel like she's such a strong housewife, and they last season didn't do very well for OC. So I would have. I think Heather Dubrow asking her back is good, but I would have had it.
I think that she is one of those.
As well.
I mean, I'm going to say players, like when you're doing it in the action, that when she's asked to do something, she does it. Like, she doesn't hold back and she brings it. Whereas, and you always need those people, even though at the end of the day, like you kind of regret being that person and being like, gosh, I gave it my all. But at the same time, you have to have those people.
Yeah. Brandy, you were one of those people on our show. They would pull Brandy aside and I'd be like, oh, Lord Jesus, don't do it. And then she did it.
Well, she had a strong 13-year run.
But those are the people that honestly keep it going. I would say Leanne was another person that did that. Like you and Leanne, I would say were the two people on our show that always did things that probably nobody else would want to do. Like if they needed somebody to bring something up or do something, you guys did it. I would say both of you did it.
Yeah.
To where I was like, ask Brandy and Leanne. Just kidding.
They wouldn't even ask me. They knew it was a no.
And they were like, no, Stephanie's going to say no.
So I'm very excited for that. Okay, but before we get on to Tamra, I have to ask you guys, have y'all been traveling lately?
No.
Well, don't. It is absolute shit show.
I'm like, wait a minute. Yes, I have. Well, I mean, when I went to Florida.
Who'd you fly?
American.
How was it?
Well, let's just
Were you delayed?
My first flight got canceled.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then I ended up at the bar at the Admirals Club, and I got cut off. because I was there too long.
The glass is always half full with Brandy Redmond.
I have not had a single flight that has not been delayed or canceled in the last 2 months. I went and got myself an American Express Platinum card because they have the Centurion Lounge at most of the airports that I fly into. And I have gotten my money's worth out of the free food in that thing just over the last few months because I know how much.
Isn't it amazing? The food's
it's fantastic.
good.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
It's
The
so good.
drinks
So
are
good.
free.
So good.
Yep.
Like, it is worth that $700 annual fee. Oh, yeah.
Did
absolutely.
you get cut off?
No, I've never been cut off. But it is good. It is good. But I had a flight home from Denver last week. My flight was at 10:50. At 8 o'clock, that flight was canceled. And then I was immediately rebooked on the 9 o'clock flight. Well, that's a problem when you're still in bed and my flight boards in 30 minutes.
Oh, my God.
So then I'm racing to the airport.
Wait, they just rescheduled it?
Just rebooked it. Just rebooked me on an earlier flight.
Well, that would have been nice. But,
if I was at the
normally
airport.
you have to wait to try to find a rebooking.
Yeah.
So that was nice, a courtesy
So
rebooking.
So nice. It was like 35 degrees outside. I was sweating, running to get to the airport, like awful. I get through security, still running. They delay my flight for 45 minutes.
Oh.
No, but you know what? You got your cardio in and you're a skinnier man because of it.
I sure did. But traveling has been an absolute
See, if you went to that
lately.
church you told me about, you could be like, thank you, Lord.
I'm closer to God.
Because
thank God for that delayed
flight. It has just been an absolute nightmare. I have a flight.
And your stomach would be growling.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta be like, you did good. You did.
Oh, man. I don't know. I have a flight every week through February right now.
Oh, my gosh.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. The airlines have been horrible. Here, I'm going to give you guys
atrocious.
listening a tip because I know not a lot of people travel as much as the three of us. So if your flight gets delayed and you're there, right? And say they cancel your flight and they're like, oh, this flight's not going out. Everybody they try to send you to the ticketing counter, right? Like go back to Amex or go back to American Airlines and stand in line and have them book you a new flight, right? Don't do that. Do not do that. From the people that travel a lot, this is what you do. You get on the phone and you call American Airlines and you cut in front of all those people and have the people on the American Airlines 1-800 number book you, and that's how you do it. So
yeah, but you have to have a status to get through quick.
Oh, well, I have status, so just fly a lot to have status.
So just go stand in line, okay?
Actually, just stand in line.
Wait, or better yet, if you're in Dallas, Terminal D has a now luxury little sleepaway place.
What?
Yes, you can just check on in and go. It's like a little hotel room in the airport.
I love that.
It's like a pod. Yeah, you got to pay for it.
You know
How
what?
much?
I don't know, but I was thinking about it after I got cut off.
Brandy was like,
can you imagine?
Okay, now I'm tired.
You know what? They're also adding a Topgolf at DFW.
Shut up.
Like, why are we spending that much time in the airport?
Well,
let's go.
Because all the airline pilots are quitting and they're saying it's bad weather.
They're going to make the airport is now an amusement park.
It really
get your
is.
tickets.
It is a joke.
They're going to cancel all the flights just so we are forced to go to their amusement park with our children. They're like, we need to make some money.
You're supposed to be like coming up to the air. Oh my gosh, I didn't tell y'all about this. Wait, okay. So I have a friend and she's from China. And she was telling me, because I was talking about how my kids are little a-holes sometimes. And how they don't appreciate anything. And like how we're like traveling somewhere. Because I was talking to them about getting a big boat and going on the boat and stuff. And they were like, no, we don't want to be on a boat. And I'm like, y'all are spoiled, rotten brats. Anyways, so she starts telling me, well, you need to send them to appreciation camp. So they have these appreciation camps like over in China.
What?
Like, yes. Where you send your kids and they like sleep on the ground and they have like horrible food and they and then they work out in the fields all day and so that they can learn to appreciate what they have when they go back home.
Oh, I'll send my children with yours. They'll come back so appreciative.
So thank you, Gracie, for telling me about that. Now we need one of those in the United States.
Oh, these are out of the country?
So interesting. Yes. That sounds like the same thing that Paris Hilton is trying to fight Congress to have
maybe we
removed.
should send our children.
Well,
maybe not. I'll have appreciation camp at my house. Just send your kids over. I'll be like, okay, clean my house.
Your house is not the house for appreciation
Okay,
camp.
I'll be like, okay, clean Brady's closet. Organize her closet. There you go.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. It's so ridiculous.
I have my wardrobe is just like a little kid's. It's like Monday through Sunday. Like the little panties that they wear. I'm like, this is what I wear on Mondays. Just pick it up off the ground.
And what does that usually consist of? Is it like a
this
like
is Tuesday.
a hoodie and some sweatpants and some Uggs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. I remember a few years ago, you used to buy your kids' clothes at Justice, and you would also shop at Justice because Brandy is little enough to where she can actually shop in the kids section.
Not anymore. My butt's real big these days. I got to go back to church.
She's going to go back to church. Brandy's going to start her own weight loss church.
They need to put a chapel at Equinox.
Do that. Okay, I've actually thought of that. I was like, you know what? One day I'm going to do the stomach growling thing. My stomach doesn't really growl. I would be starving Marvin.
No, I don't think mine ever growls either.
Yeah.
Mine never. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I just don't get hungry enough for it ever to growl.
Has your stomach ever growled? I'm sorry. Has your stomach ever growled and it was really your pooper? And you were like, oh, my stomach.
And it was really a fart. I always know what area that it's coming out of, Randy. I have never.
Okay, so
Trey's like, next.
I don't remember what season it was, but Tamra opened that gym, Cut Fitness.
Oh yeah,
that was like one of her big first endeavors that she's done in Housewives. That is actually a really good. I think she was very ahead of her time with that.
Yeah, and she did the did she do the first fitness competition, or was that
Teresa? Did
I think
Teresa.
She was before Teresa.
I don't know if she was before or after Teresa.
I want to say before. Did Teresa do it when she got out of jail?
I don't know. Was Tamra before or after Teresa? Maybe. That's
I
what
don't know. You know what I appreciate about her is that she was very ahead of her time in that and with the CBD.
Yes. So
I love her stuff.
Well, I'm excited to talk to her about that because Brandy is her biggest fan with her CBD line. So we have a lot of questions. We had people write in questions. So we have a ton of questions that you guys wrote in. And then I think it'll be fun for Brandy and I too because we've been in the franchise. We can kind of
Well, now that you're all out, you can talk about it.
Yeah, we can kind of talk about it. Like how it is being out for, and how it was being in there. And, I think relationships change. Like even with kids, I would say that my children probably feel a little bit more settled now. Do you feel like that with your kids? Like it's like they don't have, maybe because I'm not so stressed out schedule wise that I feel like it kind of makes everything calmer.
Yeah. No, I'm like super, super chill.
Yeah. No, it's nice. So I'm excited to have her on.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. We are so excited to have you.
Okay, well, before we start off, I want to start this podcast by a little story of how I first met Tamra, because it is very embarrassing and very thirsty, but I own it 100%. Carrie and I think it was our first season. Carrie and I were in New York for press, and we got our hair and makeup done by Julius and Priscilla, who told us that they were doing Tamra's hair and makeup that evening for Watch What Happens Live. And we were very excited because she was our favorite housewife. So we asked them if we could meet her. So she so graciously said yes. So Carrie and I were sitting outside of Watch What Happens Live studio on a planter, waiting.
I can't believe I haven't heard this before.
Yes, waiting for the opportunity to go in and meet Tamra. We were such losers. And we came in and Tamra was so gracious, so kind, like treated us like just like we weren't the big losers that we were at the time. And we went out with her that evening, and you were so, I will never forget like how amazing you were, because I think that's very, very rare.
What a night we had, too, I must add.
It was so much fun.
I was looking through old pictures the other day, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, I forgot that we went out with Lance Bass that night.
Oh, actually, I did until you said something. That is crazy. Yes, I remember now. Yes, it was so much fun.
I totally remember meeting you, at the clubhouse and makeup and all that. And then I totally forgot about the Lance Bass thing. And then we went to a club, and it was fun. It was like, what, 5 years ago?
It was 5 years ago. It was a long time ago, but it stuck with me. I will never forget that because we went to eat. And then whenever we were leaving, Teresa was there. I met her for the first time that evening too. It was really crazy, but yeah, it was so much fun. So that's my little first time I met Tamra story.
Yeah. Well, and out of all the housewives, that's the one that you want to party with is Tamra.
Yeah.
So you got very lucky.
Well, I don't know about nowadays. I'm not much of a partier anymore.
Me neither. We were just talking about how we go to bed early, like 9.
I beat you on that. I was in bed by 8 o'clock last night.
Oh yeah, you do beat us then. Good.
Yeah, but I was up at 4:30 this morning. So I'm a super early riser. So I have to go to bed early.
And we were talking about everything that you've done with Housewives. Like you have Cut Fitness, which is the gym that you guys own, which is still going strong. And then you have the CBD company that Brandy is obsessed with, Vena CBB. I have it as well. Brandy said she does your monthly subscription and is obsessed with it.
I am obsessed with it. I don't go to bed without my gummies at night. So,
then you'll be happy to know that we're coming out with it even stronger.
Oh, really? Well, and also, I will have you know that I was with everything that I've gone through this past year, I was also on an antidepressant, and then I started taking also your gummies, and I completely am off the antidepressant, and I only take your gummies now, and I'm perfect.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm so happy.
Yes.
I've actually heard that from a lot of people, because especially during COVID, everybody's anxiety was just so high. I mean, even my kids were, and I started them on CBD, and it helped a lot. Now, we have CBD that doesn't have THC in it. THC sometimes can make you a little bit tired. That's why it's great in the nighttime. But even during the day, if you just want to take, if you're feeling a little anxious, if you want to take just the isolate, you feel so much better.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan.
Oh, yes. Okay, so how did you get into, first of all, both companies? What made you want to start Cut Fitness? And then what made you get into the CBD line?
Yeah, okay. I'll start with Cut Fitness since it's our oldest business. We've had it for 9 years now. Hard to believe it's been that long. But when I was on the show way back then, I always thought this is the last year. This is the last year. It's not going on any longer. Here I was 12 years later. But I always knew that I wanted to do something with my platform. I wanted to do something with we make good money, the money that we're making, and I wanted something because I knew the Housewives would not be around forever. And it's kind of hard after you've been a public person, where do you go from there? I'm not going to go get a job at Nordstrom. That would be weird. You know what I mean? So I wanted my own business. I came from a family where my dad was an entrepreneur. He had a family business for 30-something years, and I would go to that business and work with him. And it's just something I always wanted to do. Now, that being said, when I started Cut Fitness, I always wanted either a bar or a gym. So we settled on it. Yeah, we settled on a gym. So when I started, my dad said to me, he's like, be careful what you wish for. There's something to be said about clocking in and clocking out. And I didn't know what he meant. So I'm like, oh, my God, it took us a while to make money at Cut Fitness. Having a brick and mortar business, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, this is for the first couple years. I'm like, let's just walk away. Let's just sell this place, because it's such hard work. And even to this day, it's hard work. Eddie's there every single day. He's up at 5 a.m. He goes to work, and he's sometimes there till 8 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
And then so it's still a lot of work, but he loves what he does. Now, with the CBD business, it was something that I knew was really going to take off. We had some friends that were in the cannabis business, and they were more on the medical marijuana and wanted us to get involved. And I was super afraid because it wasn't legal yet. And, last thing, being a public person, you want the DEA knocking on your front doors, using your property. So that kind of scared the hell out of me.
I do not blame you. Yes.
Yeah. So then we started talking about CBD, and then I started taking it. And, Eddie was going through a bunch of health issues, and he started taking it. Not that cured any of his health issues, but just overall feeling better. And then we decided, we started interviewing people and talking to people in the business, and we just started our own company. We had no idea how successful it was going to be, because I was so used to the brick and mortar business where it takes a while, you have all these employees, and it was just, oh, geez, do I really want to do this? So I always said, I don't want a brick and mortar. We're going to do this strictly online. And it took off and has done so well that we opened up an office. And then during COVID, we shut it down, and we got so big that our sales, we were like shipping them from our office, and then we had to go to a distribution center. So our employees work remote, and I'm hoping soon we can open up another office, because I miss going into the office.
Do you feel like COVID kind of boosted your sales at the time, which makes sense because you want something to kind of help you feel better and relax? And
it definitely helped. And the business was successful from the first month it started. And it was something that I was not prepared for. I thought it was going to take, months to start making money. And it was successful from the get-go. And it's only gotten more successful. So we'll probably build it, sell it, move on.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
I mean, it's a hot item right now, and I don't want to say it's like a trendy item, because it's not, because it's natural. It helps. It's been around for years. We're just expanding our line, and we've started a skincare line this year, which is good. And we have about 20 different products, and we have great feedback. So.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm actually excited to try your skincare line now. Yeah, that's amazing.
And you have 20 plus products, is that right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think when you're an entrepreneur, there's always that thought of like, well, what if this doesn't make it? But it's also like, well, what if it really does? What if this just blows out of the park? And that was very much your case, to where it's like, we gotta grow fast. We gotta move. We gotta make this happen because people want your product. That is incredible. Well,
we've definitely made our mistakes. Like we were growing so fast that we were coming out with new products, too many new products. And I got to a point where I'm like, okay, wait, we got to slow our roll, because some things work and some things don't work. Like we offered defense drops, which weren't a huge hit, but we thought, okay, COVID, people want, their immune system boosted. Wasn't a big seller, so we probably won't continue with those. And then the soaking salts, like even Andy has talked about it on his Instagram, just absolutely loves them. And I would say that our best seller is our full spectrum. The gummies, we even have drops, and now we have capsules for people that don't want to have, because the gummies have a little bit of sugar. People on keto diets and restricted diets don't want any kind of sugar.
So I didn't think of that.
Yeah, so we just launched those yesterday. So we're always doing something. I mean, it's great that I was able to build like a multi-million-dollar business off my social network.
Yeah.
And that in itself makes me proud.
Yeah. So, Tamra, do you do real estate at all anymore, or is that something that you've kind of...
You know what? I do for friends, family, things like that. But when it comes to going and pounding the pavement, if I have to one day, I will. I've kept my real estate license active for all these years. I would do the continuing education, and everyone's like, well, why are you doing that? I go, because you don't know. I mean, it's a great way to make money. It's relatively easy, and you never know what you have to fall back on.
I've always said that housewives are, at the end of the day, really great, incredible businesswomen, because you're not marketing a product, you're marketing yourself when it comes down to it in these shows. And it is a big business to be a part of this franchise. How do you think being a part of Housewives helped prepare you kind of to step in that next phase of entrepreneurship?
It just gave me a lot of opportunity. I mean, obviously, you're on the show long enough, you're going to have people reaching out to you. And that's one thing that I was very strict about. I made the mistake once. Me and Vicky tried to open up Wines by Wives, and that was somebody coming to us and bringing the product to us and telling us, like, this is what we want you to do. I want you to be partners. And to me, like, that rarely works. And so it just got me thinking, like, okay, I have this platform. I have the ability to come up with a product or come up with a business and, bring people in. And it's my job to keep them, engaged, involved, and bring products that are good products. There's so many times there's housewives that just will slap their name on anything. And one day they're selling purses, and the next day they're selling, condoms. Like,
oh yeah, oh no, girl, we've actually talked about that before. Like, it's the most random things that make no sense, and it's almost like they're throwing darts to see if anything sticks, instead of just really honing in on what makes sense for them. Because I think audience can tell if it's a product that makes sense for you or not, for who you are. That
You have to have some integrity.
Yeah, you have to have integrity behind it, which I think is something that you've done really, really well with.
Yeah, I think ultimately it hurts your brand. If you're going to do something like that, it's going to hurt your brand. Now, when we opened up Cut Fitness, for a long time, we weren't making great money, but it was a great platform. We could do supplements. We can do so many things with the brand. We can have events at the business. So it was, like I said, I can't do this. Just blow this place up. I can't do this anymore. It's so much work and the money is not there.
Yeah, and it's probably hard too working, because I don't think people realize that whenever you are a part of the Housewife franchise, it is a full-time job when you're filming. It's a lot of work.
It is. It is, and that's something I'm really enjoying right now. Not
right? No, you're so right. I completely agree, because I was saying that the other day about our show and how it's over, and people were like, "Are you sad?" I'm like, no, not really, because I don't really want to dwell on the loss. I appreciate the journey, but I think it's nice to have your life back and to not fight with people constantly. So, you have to enjoy the breaks as well.
Yeah. No, just be happy that it happened.
Yeah.
And, it's just everyone's saying, like, people define me as a housewife. They're like, well, when are you going to go back? And what's going on? Like, and I'm like, guys, it was it was a big part of my life, 12 years, but life goes on and you move forward. And you look and if you dwell on the past, it's really hard to move forward. And I did at the beginning, being on the show for 12 years. And then, I was blindsided. I had no idea that this was coming at me when I got the call. Mm-hmm. So I was in a funk for a while. Like, I was hysterically crying. We were camping at the time, and Eddie was like clapping. He was like, not at me, but he was just like, yes, now we can move on to the next stage of our life.
Yeah. And, how was that whenever they called? Was it, because I'm guessing if they called, you thought they were calling for the next season, right? To discuss that.
I had a scheduled date, like the following Friday, where production was coming and they were going to talk to me about, what I was, like a kickoff meeting, I guess you call it. Like I had a kickoff meeting already scheduled. So I thought, okay, I haven't got my contract yet, but okay, here we go. Because, 12 years prior to that, that's how we did it. And I was camping, and my friends were like, oh, are you going back? I'm like, yeah, I have my kickoff meeting next Friday. Super excited to start again. And I didn't have any service in the desert. So I went up to the road, every so often and checked my phone. And production had called me, and they had called me again, and they had texted me. And I thought, oh, shit, what's going on? So I texted them and I said, hey, I'm camping. I don't have really good reception. What's up? And they're like, we need you to call us, but if it's not good, maybe like call on Monday or something. And I'm like, oh, shit. So I called them and they're like, we don't even know how to say this. We are so sorry, but, Bravo's going in a different direction. They want to give you like 3 episodes. And then I was just like, what? I think I told him to fuck off.
You know what? Good for you. You're like, you want all of me or none of me, but not 3 episodes.
I wanted to say that for you, Tamra.
I'm not a part-time girl. Like, that's not no. There's like I would think a role as a friend, as long as you're, you have it in writing, you have a contract, like, that's good. That would be good. But full-time, I don't know that I would want to do that again.
Yeah.
Really don't.
Yeah.
It takes a lot out of you. But I always say, never say never. You never know where you're going to be when that call or if that call comes. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you feel like you knew that you were, okay, so whenever the call came, did you feel exhausted, or did it hit you afterwards? Because for me, it hit me probably a few weeks after I got the call of like how exhausted I was. And I only did 5 years. I cannot imagine 12.
You mean like
just from working, like from like the job and like I think I don't necessarily, filming's hard, but for me, maybe it's different for you, but for me, it was always like the noise when it was airing was brutal.
Oh, it is. People don't understand, like, that level of stress happens like 24/7, like in all year long, because it's a process. You go through filming, and then you go through editing, and then you go through airing, and then you do the press thing. And then in between all that, even if you're not filming, you have your cast members calling you like, I can't believe this is happening, and this happened, and this person did this, and she said this. And it's like, Oh my God. So it's going on all the time. All the time. And
no, it's
exhausting. It really is. It's mentally exhausting.
Yeah.
So throwing it back, what was the thing 12 years ago that made you want to join this franchise? And I think the franchise has changed so much.
Yeah, we were talking about that before we
started.
called you, about how you kind of were the one that changed the franchise. I remember, and I was talking to Brandy, I remember watching before you came on, and it was more about just like looking into people's lives. It was, I'm going to be honest, a little boring compared to what it is now. Like, it was just people going out and doing normal things and not ever having any
it was
drama.
Sleepy.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, in fact, they gave me a lot of credit in the book, and Dave Quinn's new book about changing the franchise. And I think when it started, it was pretty like sleepy and just documenting lives and kids and going to lunch and blah, 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 whatever. And I think it just was my nature and my mouth. Like, my mouth was really bad back then. Like, I had no filter. I didn't care what I said. Whenever I see old clips, I want to die. I'm like, I can't believe I would talk like that. Like, I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? And I think that I just called everybody out. Like, if I saw bullshit, I'd call bullshit out. I mean, I never made up anything. I never tried to create things to make it dramatic, but I was really the first one to call somebody out.
Yes, I would say I definitely think that is the case. And then also I think that you are one of the few people, because it's really scary to put serious, like your actual life out there, but you put your marriage out there, you put everything out there. You never held back with what was going on in your life, which I think is very rare and probably kind of scary to do, but that's probably just who you are as a person.
I am. I'm still like that. I'm trying to learn, probably not as bad, but trying to learn that I don't have to say everything I think.
but we love it when you do.
Yes.
And it's very hard for me because even if I'm calling myself out, I don't have a problem calling myself out and do it. Like, if I did something stupid or whatever. And that's just who I am. I've always been like that. I don't know that I'll ever change. I try to have my moments where I'm like, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. And it kills me inside.
So, Tamra, what made you want to join the show? So I'm guessing that they were casting and somebody brought your name up. And then what made you want to join in the beginning?
Okay, so this is a totally weird situation. So the show had only been on 2 years. I was at home on my computer, and it was back then, you probably don't remember this, but they had AOL, IMing. You can talk to people. It was like texting on your computer. And so my neighbor next door said, hey, I just saw that they're casting for the Housewives. And she thought, you should go try out. It's at the Balboa Bay Club. And I'm like, no, I'm so boring. My kids were little. I dabbled in real estate. I had a very conservative husband. I'm like, yeah, no. And so she sent me the application, and I filled it out. Like, it was an online application. I filled it out, and I was super obnoxious. Just over the top obnoxious. And no picture, no nothing. And I thought, oh, no way. They're going to have all these rich girls, rolling in their Rolls Royces in Newport Beach, with stacks of money. Saying, here I am, hire me. They're not going to want me. And they called me the next day. And I'm like, whoa. And so they left a message because I didn't know the number. And I told my husband at the time, I'm like, hey, Housewives wants to interview me. What do you think? He's like, sure, have them come over. They came over. They interviewed me. They gave me this big, giant packet to fill out. And I put it in the drawer. I never filled it out. So they called me like 2 weeks later. They're like, or a week later, I can't remember what it was. And they're like, hey, did you fill out the application? I'm like, nope. They're like, well, are you interested? I'm like, yeah, sure. They're like, can we meet your husband and kids? I'm like, sure, come on over. So they came over, they brought their cameras, did a little interview, and I didn't hear from them for a little while. And then they called me back and were like, hey, you made the short list. I had no idea what that meant. Basically, it was between me and another girl. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, can you meet the producers? Sure. Met them at a restaurant. They were meeting the other girl, and it was a holiday weekend. I hadn't heard from them. So I was at an open house in Kodo, and I got on the phone. I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of thinking about this. So I called the producer, that interviewed me. I'm like, hey, it's Tamra. Just want to know if I got the fucking job. And he called me back laughing hysterically, and he goes, you got the fucking job.
Amazing.
I know, and I'm in this open house, and people are walking through. I go, shut the fuck up! I got the job. Shut the fuck up! I'm going, shut the fuck up. And so basically, my career started by saying "fuck you," and it ended by saying "fuck you."
You know what? Good for you. That comes full circle.
I love it.
So that was that's how I got casted. And then I just remember sitting on the phone, and everything was like in slow motion. He's like, you got a photo shoot, you have this, you have that. And I'm like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? Like, I'm going to be busy. And I'm the one that like, oh God, if I have a lunch date next week, I'm going to go, oh God, it's so much to do. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I just want to, I'm a homebody, 100%. So it really took me out of my shell, took me out of the bad marriage I was in, and changed my life for the good.
No, that's so good. I do think sometimes women can feel stuck if they're in a bad marriage. And I do think housewives, you know, I know a lot of people get divorced, but I do also think it's a way for women to gain freedom and independence and get out of a bad situation as well.
Oh, absolutely. For me, I probably would have stayed longer than I did, but it would have ended up in divorce regardless.
Yeah.
But it was just, I didn't have the financial freedom.
No.
Yeah. So I was like, you know, and that's, you know, a lot of women stay because they don't, or husbands even, they stay because they don't have the means to you know, have two households. So it was hard. It was really hard. Even when I left, I wasn't making a lot of money on the show. It was only, my fifth year? No.
Maybe because you're right. I'm sure your pay scale was probably even different back then because it was so new than it is now. But you really don't start making money until you're, you know, quite a few seasons in.
Well, back then it was different. I made $7,000 my first year.
What? Oh my gosh. So that's a lot.
Oh, well, y'all got screwed.
Oh my gosh. So you're right. So it was a big difference pay-wise.
Yeah, because there wasn't a franchise. It was just Orange County. Didn't know if it was going to stay. I seriously thought, this is my, it's a one and done. I'll go on 1 year. It'll be over with. And boy, was I wrong. But then, as soon as the franchises started coming out and time went on, your pay goes up.
Yeah.
So by the time I left, I was making good money.
Oh, I can only imagine that you're making good money because I know I know what some other people make that did not stay on as long as you. So I can only imagine, which is hard because whenever it's over, then you're like, that's the one people are like, what will you miss? I'm like, I'll miss the paycheck. It was a nice paycheck.
A lot of people say, and I'm like, we're pretty simple. We don't really dwell on money or materialistic things at all. So it's no big deal. We still make good money without it. Is it life-changing money? Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're savers, and thank God we started our CBD business at the right time. And, we were only in it a year when I got let go. And I thought, oh my God, our lifestyle is going to drastically change. And then the CBD business just kept going. So we're very happy and fortunate about that.
See, that's good.
Speaking about the CBD, I wanted, for your listeners too, I want to give them 40% off.
Ooh, so amazing. Is there a code that they should put in?
Yeah, it's STEPH 40, STEPH 40.
STEPH?
My girl in the office put it together, the code. So.
I love it. STEPH 40, STEPH 40.
That is a great code.
Yay. That's a wonderful code. I love it. Thank you so much. And again, your CBD products are incredible. So definitely take advantage of that for people listening.
I absolutely love them. So you guys will too. So take advantage, STEPH 40.
We will have that in the description of our podcast as well. So y'all can go back and find that.
Yes. Hey guys, we have more coming up next week with Tamra Judge. In the meantime, you can follow me at Steph Holman on Instagram. And that's it.
And Brandy at Brandy Redmond on Instagram.
And you can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast.
Bye.